The Easy Money Show with Cam Fats. It's powered by EpicConversions.com and the Insiders Club. Welcome to another episode. I want to talk to you guys about taking imperfect action. You guys know about taking imperfect action? It's a funny thing, man, because I take a lot of imperfect action. I really do. I take a lot of imperfect action in my business. And it's always been like that since the beginning. I'll have to tell you, it's always been like that since the beginning. I've always been somewhat of a risk taker. And as I've learned more about business and as I've grown as an entrepreneur, I've learned how to minimize my risk. I've learned how to do things in such a way that minimizes my damage taken, right? Minimize damage taken, kind of like a fight, right? So I've learned how to minimize the risk because let's face it, if it's just a 50-50 gamble, if we're always just talking about a 50-50 gamble, it's not going to take you very long to lose, right? So we can talk about taking imperfect action all day long. We can talk about taking imperfect action all day long, but the sad fact of the matter is the reason many times why people don't want to take imperfect action on big decisions, on big gambles, right? Like quitting your job and becoming an entrepreneur or starting a business. The reason why people don't want to take action on stuff like that is because they fear the worst. They fear they're going to lose all their money. They feel they're going to lose everything they own. They're going to be homeless. They're going to be the disappointment of their friends and family, and people are going to laugh at them. So taking imperfect action is hard. But that whole taking imperfect action thing goes well beyond the big ones, right? It goes all the way down to, just starting a blog or, starting a podcast, right? Like this, or starting a YouTube channel or writing a book or anything, We kind of micromanage and really, really dissect every little piece of what we might do, and then we don't take any action. Right? We kind of just stand by to stand by, as they say in the military sometimes. I'll give you three. I was reading an article the other day. It's called "How to Take Brave, Bold, Imperfect Action." Right? I thought it was interesting, and you guys can think what you will about it. So it kind of breaks it down into three little steps to take brave, bold, imperfect action. Step one, decide what's really important to you right now. If you only had 30 days left to live, what would you pour your heart and soul into? What's your passion project or life's work that's being neglected or pushed to the side? What's a goal or a dream you've deferred for far too long? Decide on one thing that's really important to you right now, not your family or friends or your boss or coworkers, just you. Decide what's really important to you right now. Step two, take brave, bold, and imperfect action around it today. Choose one way you'll take brave, bold, and imperfect action around this thing that's so important to you. Do something to move it forward, no matter how small, huge, incremental, or scary. Be brave, be bold, and let go of your perfectionism. And I think that's hard for everybody to let go of their perfectionism. I really do. As I always say, and now always do, you just have to get started. You'll build momentum from there, but just start. Take the first step and register the domain. Call the person, write the first words, throw the first colors onto canvas. Just start somewhere and build from there. So that's step two, take brave, bold, and imperfect action around it today. Step three, create momentum by continuing to take imperfect action. Create momentum by continuing to take imperfect action. It's not enough to start. You have to keep moving. Even if it's something tiny every day or once a week, keep building the momentum by continuing to take imperfect action. I put up my passion projects website yesterday, and today I made some tweaks and published about another blog post. Every single day, I will do one thing, including post something relevant to the conversation on the blog to build momentum and start bringing it to life. What can you do every single day? It doesn't have to be massive. It just has to be something. Brave, bold, imperfect action. There you go. That was on Huffington Post, by the way. I got that on Huffington Post. It's by Stephanie Zamora. How to take bold, brave, and imperfect action. Nice little three-step plan there. I thought it was cool. I don't think it's going to be the end-all, be-all. I think taking imperfect action is somewhat of a paradigm shift. I mean, honestly, something's going to have to change a little bit for you to be able to move from what you're doing now to what you want to do, right? I know that, I do group coaching calls for my my Insiders Club, my Epic Conversions Insiders Club. Every month we do a group coaching call where all the insiders can just ask questions. We answer everybody's questions, and everyone leaves with good, solid information and questions answered, and hopefully information's meant to move the businesses forward. That's what it's all about. But I know I have one or two people who always, like, they never have any questions. They are just interested in challenging what I say. They're just interested in, like, proving me wrong on something, right? And it's funny because it's always people who never take a lot of imperfect action. They really don't. They don't take a lot of imperfect action. These are people who always seem to have a better answer than what I have. They always seem to have the answer key when I give the wrong answer, or when I give what they perceive to be the wrong answer. And yet, when we look at overall stats, we see me succeeding and we see them failing to launch, failing to even get started. And I asked one of them the other day, I said, hey man, why is that? Why is it that, like, I mean, clearly I'm not right about everything. I make mistakes, and yet I take imperfect action. I move my business forward, and I get results. The answer was honest. It was, I don't know. The answer was, I don't know why that is. I don't know why I am failing to take action, right? And I can respect that answer. I can respect an honest answer. But, taking imperfect action, that's kind of what it is. You know what I mean? It requires a mental shift. It's not going to be as easy as, hey, here's 3 steps. Just make sure you're doing it. You see, for some people, it's easy to sit back and to critique others. It's easy for them to sit back and consume information, sit through 2-hour webinars, listen to 1.5-hour long podcasts like this one, and just consume information. They get their brains loaded up with information from multiple sources, and then they feel like they can just critique someone, right? And the sad truth to that is, the people who come to that group coaching call for my insiders, that's a waste. That's such a waste to critique me. That's dumb. Because I never came to the group coaching call like a man who said he was perfect. I came to the group coaching call like a man who built something from nothing. And I can give you all my experience, and I can give you my time, and I can give you my experience, and I can give you my opinion on what you're doing, right? And what I suggested to that person, and what I suggest to anybody is, if you get someone like that who has built something from nothing, right? And you ask them their opinion on something, take what you can from them, disregard what you don't agree with, and move on, man. Move forward. Don't sit there and try to critique them and analyze them. You're wasting your energy on things that do not matter.